Niao Niao. Welcome to the live stream. Very happy to have all of you here joining us. First and foremost, let us know whether or not you can hear and see us clearly. Make sure that all the information can be delivered to your end, because this is a very precious chance to enjoy the beautiful place we're standing right now. It is Xinjiang. We are in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. I know it's not quite what you pictured about Xinjiang, because look at this. What is it? It's a huge, huge pit. And apparently there are some very beautiful water under there, and it sounds like a lake. It looks like a lake, and it's green. So what is this place? Well, this is the special starting point we picked for this live stream. From today on, we have Una Hongyue and I myself, Niu Honglin, bring you to Xinjiang. We're going to stay here for almost a month, showing you the beautiful landscape, the rich culture, and everything this amazing place has to offer. So make sure you can see and hear us clearly. So right now, I'm pretty sure our friends on China Plus America, on CRI Learn Chinese Facebook page, on China Plus News, as well as China Plus South Africa, are actually watching the live stream. So making me very, very happy too. It feels like I'm the house guest, and today in my house, there are so many guests coming in together. So yes, let's get started. And before I start showing you what this is, let me tell you a little bit something about Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Because before I came here, actually I had not very much knowledge about this place. I knew it is a huge place. I knew that it is the place where many ethnic groups are habiting here, and I know that it has different seasons, because I've heard the saying that we say in Chinese, 早穿棉袄午穿纱围着火炉吃西瓜, basically meaning that in the morning you're going to wear a very heavy fur coat. In the evening you're going to have to wear silk kind of material as your clothes, because it's very, very hot. And also you are going to sit around a stove or oven kind of thing in order to keep yourself warm. At the same time, it's possible that suddenly or instantly it'll be super, super hot that you're gonna eat watermelon. That's basically my idea about Xinjiang. But I trust that you guys might have a little bit more information, since we've been doing this warm-up reporting on all of our pages for quite a long time. So here is a fun question for you guys. If you know the answer, please leave the answer in the comment area. The question is how, or maybe I can put it this way, Xinjiang accounts for blank of the total land area of China. Xinjiang accounts for, and we have 4 choices, 1/10, 1/8, 1/6, and 1/4. So Xinjiang accounts for blank of the total land area of China. If you know the answer, please put the answer in the comment area. And I need to say hi to all of you guys apparently. So let's find a nice place to say hi to you. I'm pretty sure that there is another live stream going on China Plus America page. I believe it's Minrui doing the live stream. So Air 5 Minrui, I'm not really sure if you can see me. Probably you can't, but very happy to do the live stream simultaneously. So for those of you who are here, let me say hi to some of our friends on CRI Learn Chinese already. I see Jeff. Hi Jeff, very happy to have you here. Carl, hello. We have a TXUJ, very happy to have you. Jeff saying 1/4. 1/4, that is a bold guess. Let's see if you're right a little bit later. Pat saying 老师节快乐, 教师节快乐. Happy Teacher's Day, Happy Teacher's Day. Yes, today is Teacher's Day. And I feel like today I'm a little bit less than a teacher, a little bit more towards a sharer, if it's a thing. I'm pretty sure it's not. But I'm sharing all the things that I'm looking at, that I know of, and hopefully you guys can enjoy that. Hello to Mac, to Louise, Daniel Wang saying lucky lady, visiting all the beautiful places in Xinjiang. You are quite right. I feel very, very lucky myself as well. And now let me say hi to some of our friends on China Plus America. Let's see if I can see your comments, because if you can guess, this place is quite large, and I believe there is a little bit laggy of the signal. But now I see you guys. I see Mark. Hello, Mark. Happy to have you. Mark Prince saying 1/4. Another very bold guess. We have Campbell saying hello from California. I'm going to mention California a little bit later. You're going to know why. I'll let you know. And hello, Rosado. And we have Estella saying hello from Illinois. Happy to have you. And hello. Oh, Mark is from Atlanta. Okay. So, a little bit hard breathing because I am actually walking in a very, let's see the land a little bit. It's a little bit hilly, a little bit rocky, not a place that you should have your relaxing kind of exercise. It's some heavy exercise we're doing here. Okay, so the answer to the question is actually 1/6. 1/6 of the total land area in China. So you can see it's quite large. And I do have a little bit of comparison right with me. If you are familiar with the United States, which I believe many of you are, if you are from the China Plus America page, if you're there, you would know that Xinjiang is larger than Texas, California, Nevada, and Minnesota combined. It's how large Xinjiang is. So no wonder we're going to spend almost a month to kind of like traverse the entire area. We are going to cover, or we're going to travel around 8,000 kilometers. So it's a really long trip, but it's going to be amazing because there are going to be all different kinds of culture achievements that the place can offer you, a lot of delicates, a rich history as well. So let's start from the easy one. Know that Xinjiang is really, really huge as or larger than Texas, California, Nevada, and Minnesota putting together. And for those of you who are not from the United States, if you are a little bit more familiar to Europe, excuse me, you can actually fit France, Germany, Spain, and the Great Britain inside of Xinjiang with room to spare. So like I was saying, Xinjiang is a really large place. And on top of the information about Xinjiang, let me tell you a little bit about this place. This place is called Cocteau Cave, Cocteau Cave, or 可可托海 in Chinese. As we know, Xinjiang is a place with a lot of different ethnic groups. Actually, another question is going to be about that. So if you're interested, you can go online and check for the answer in advance. But we know that there are many ethnic groups here in Xinjiang, and Cocteau Cave is not a Mandarin name. 可可托海 is the Mandarin name, but Cocteau Cave actually means a green forest in Kazakh. And also it means a blue ocean bank in Mongolian. So it's supposed to be a very, very beautiful place. It actually is a beautiful place. There is a national park right near this place. But we decided to show you this. This is a rare mine pit, rare mineral mine pit. 稀有金属矿. The reason we're showing you this is because this is the largest rare mine pit here in China, and this spiral landscape can be very, very special. We all know that Xinjiang is a place full of beautiful sightseeing. It has lovely forests, it has beautiful lake, amazing rivers, deserts, wetland, everything. But in the beginning of our journey, as the first stop, we're going to show you something special that is this amazing mine pit. Okay, so let's see. Before we continue to walk, let me say hi to some of you. We have Stan Briel saying good morning to Christine. Good morning to you too. Hello to Edith, and hello to, we have Kent, and many of you are watching the live stream. I'm very happy to see that. Thank you so much for that. And let me go to another post. Before doing that, like I was saying, Cocteau Cave, a rare mine or rare mineral mine here. You can see that it looks like a little bit like a maze, spiraling down there. Let's take a closer look to the lake, the green lake. Possibly it's not so close, so let's go a little bit further close. We know it is in Fuyun County in northwest China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. It has the largest amount of rare metals in China, but actually this mine is no longer operating, it's no longer used here, and that is why we can come here and treat it a little bit like a scenic spot and show you the wonder in this place. And as you can see, actually we are going to walk alongside that road. Let's take a look. You can see the line over there, right? That's actually not line, it's a little bit like a kind of like a platform that you can walk on. It's the path alongside the wall, and it was produced, or I don't think it's manufactured. It was, well, made this way by a special kind of explosion technology. They allow workers, mine workers, or we call them pitmen here, to create this kind of path alongside the mountain, alongside the wall, and actually artificially create this huge pit right here. Whoa, this is a good spot. Let's take a look there. You can see the spiral of mountain paths along the side walls, and we are going to walk. And one thing that I feel a little bit pity is that you guys cannot see the quartz and mica on the ground because they are shining and sparkling, especially under direct sunlight. But I think as for nature, sometimes something is here for you to enjoy. If you can actually come here, come to Xinjiang, to Fuyun County to enjoy this beautiful sightseeing. We cannot really show them with camera, so I guess we are the second best thing you can have here when it comes to traveling in Xinjiang. And in this pit, one of the most significant mineral you can find is beryl. You can think of beryllium. Is the beryllium concentration is something that can be manufactured out of it. And in this place, actually out of the known 140 kinds of mineral, you can find almost 90, around 90 of them here in this mine. At the same time, one thing I found very interesting is that 7 rare mineral elements which were not on the periodic table were found at the number 3 pit and then listed on the table. So people actually found elements here. They found some new elements here in this pit. Una is holding the camera and it's very hard for her because we have to watch our footstep as well as the rocky and hilly road. 因为这条, see? Since I do takeaway Chinese and do CRI Learn Chinese Facebook page a lot, I occasionally speak Chinese. So for those of you who are watching from China Plus America, China Plus News, as well as China Plus South Africa, if I started to speak a very rare language that you didn't learn, try to learn a little bit of something. Take something away from this live stream as well. Like I was saying, there is a very lovely history about this mine. Actually, it was found around the 1930s. Around the 1930s, you can imagine yourself as a local villager walking. Of course, there's no such huge hole or such huge pit right here then. It was just some normal, ordinary land you're walking alongside. And all of a sudden, you found a very beautiful crystal green kind of gem on the ground. So you want to dig it out. It looks a little bit like in this color, but it's much more crystal clear, much more concentrated, and of course much more beautiful. So you decided to take it home and decorate your house. And you spread the news in the village, letting people know, on that spot there are beautiful rocks that we can take home. So people started to come here, and like I was saying, people were nice, a little bit naive but sweet back then. So they spread the news all to the county, maybe to the whole area, so that a lot of geologists who actually know what this thing is came to this place and started to treat here like a rare mineral mine. Actually, if you think about it, if you're not familiar with beryl, you might be familiar with emerald, 祖母绿, emerald. See, I'm teaching Chinese again. By the way, 祖母 is grandma. So grandma green, it's the kind of green that is elegant and beautiful, and with a little bit sense of wisdom, and it shows you that it's not only pretty, not only superficial pretty, but also pretty in a deeper level. That is why we call it 祖母绿, grandma green. So remember, emerald is grandma green, 祖母绿, a very beautiful kind of green. Anyway, people realized that there are some rare minerals here in this place, and they started to explore and harvest the beautiful rock or the gems from here. That was the first stage of this place, from a rich oh, take care from a ordinary place to a rare mineral mine. And I think it was around the establishment of the People's Republic of China, this place started to fall into the planning and careful arrangements. People started to know that we need to not only get the rocks you can see with your naked eye, get the rocks from the side of the wall, but we also have to detect where the mine vein is. We have to find a rather secure way, a safe way to actually get to harvest all the rocks. So people started to come here with careful planning and created this spiral I was showing you, created all the platforms that we are walking on, and using different technologies, of course, one more advanced than another. Yes, and created this large, actually China's largest rare mineral mine here in Xinjiang. Like I was saying, you can find beautiful landscape in a lot of places in Xinjiang, but this is something significant that we can use as our starting point. I feel like this is a little bit more amazing on the amazing trip to Xinjiang. Okay, so yes, that was the little story we had, a little history we had about this Kokto K number 3 pit, or number 3 mine, number 3 pit, or number 3 mine pit. Hit, hello to you. Courtland, happy to have you here. Lena, also Fontosok, hope you to be your cameraman. Oh, that is very sweet of you. But I have amazing Una and I love Una, so you know, you are gonna have to stand in line. Courtland saying, send me your WeChat. You know, a lady never reveals her WeChat. It's kind of like my age, not revealing it. And Prince, hello, very happy to have you here. What's that, Miss Niu Niu? This is a mine pit. 这是一个矿坑, a mine pit. Actually, in Kokto K, the name Kokto K only came into people's, let's say, attention, or came into the public in, I think, a couple of decades ago, because this place can produce, like I was saying, beryllium, a rare element that has a really high melting point, and also it's very, very light. So you can guess, if this kind of mineral, this kind of metal has a high melting point, and also it's very light, you can use it in a lot of very important industry, including aerospace, including using it to build atomic bombs, of course. So this pit has been, you know, putting off the map, being hidden by quite a long time. It was considered the mine 111, and also the products have been considered product number 1, number 2, and number 3. So it was confidential for quite a long time. I can start from there and talking about the story, well, picking up where we left about the story, because we know that people started to mine this place, sending pitmen here, starting from the 1930s. But originally it was not quite nice. It was people working for 10 hours, not having a lot to eat, being caught by their numbers. And later on, I think I've got this information from a previous pitman that they said, in addition to fuel carriages, people used to use baskets and horses, 用篮子 baskets and horses 马 to deliver the minerals from the bottom of the pit. And as you can see, the bottom of the pit is very, very deep. And the pitmen said that they were addressed by numbers on their work badges when they get their food, get their monthly salary. But after 1949, which is when China, the People's Republic of China, was officially established, they were called only, well, not only by their numbers, but also by their own names. And that's, I know it's a little tiny detail, but I still feel like at that age it was something significant, and it actually inspired them to work extra hard to get all the minerals out. Like I was saying, it was a very precious, very valuable kind of element, and that is why it was not only used for China's own aerospace industry, but also for a very special use, because at the beginning of the establishment of People's Republic of China, China was shouldering some burden, some external debt. So these rocks were actually get out of the pit and getting concentrated. Let me hold the camera for a little while and showing you guys. Yes, showing you guys the area. Okay, so like I was saying, this place has also served the function of paying the debt, paying China's external debt for quite a while. The rocks would be delivered directly from the pit, the bottom of the pit, and would be concentrated and then sent to another country to pay for the debt. So that is why we say this is also a very heroic kind of mine. A heroic kind of mine pit. And people then, I actually got a little bit confused because they were working or suffering from a lot of endures. They were working very, very hard, and they didn't get a lot of amazing, let's say, allowance back then, because, well, nobody did. But they had this kind of enthusiasm that I didn't understand in my generation. So I actually asked my parents as well as my grandparents, and they told me back then everyone was inspired, or let's say the sense of national honor is, or let's say, accounts for a very significant part in their spiritual mind, in their spiritual life, in their emotions. They have experienced the hardship before the establishment of the country. They have suffered quite a lot in war battle, in this kind of hardship, so that they don't have peace, they don't have a stable place to live. So actually the starting of the country, the peace that the establishment actually brought to everyone has a very significant meaning, which means that for them, serving your country in all kinds of ways or contributing to the society is much, much more important in their lives than probably our generations. You can kind of understand it as if you see a soldier or someone who has a retired soldier, a veteran, talking to you, if they told you they have been served in a certain place, you would thank their service no matter what. It's a little bit like that. And I think in today's world, in today's society, it is also very nice to have this kind of self-fulfillment, have this sense of contributing to the society, giving back in our lives as well. And my way of contributing to the society, to the world, is to bring you guys here to see all the nice places with this rich culture and history, sharing the stories I know. Hopefully you can enjoy it. Of course, me and Una and Huang Yue, we are here. It's a little bit raining, not quite like what we experienced yesterday when we were here, but it still gives this place a little bit of solemn, let's say, taste that might fit my stories even a little bit better. And like I was saying, after that period, after the pigmen working really hard to get most of the minerals, which was the beryl I was talking about, as you can see all the on the wall, previously you can actually see the beryl with your naked eye, which is quite impressive. And after that, this place, as well as people working here, maybe for 2 or even 3 generations, started to realize that there is no, the resources might, or let's say it's harder to get the rare metals out, a little bit too hard. It's not cost effective anymore. And that is why in 2014, possibly, let's see if it's 2014. Let me make sure I'm giving you the right information. Yes, in 2014, actually May 2014, the regional government of Xinjiang put forward a guideline on Cocteau Cave's transformation, deciding to transform this place from a industrial county, an industrial town, to a tourist attraction, to a what we call 特色小镇. 特色小镇. 特色 is characteristic, so we say 有特色 means this place is special with a special characteristic points, or you can understand it as a themed town. 特色小镇. And they decided to use all the relics, this, again, largest one in China, largest mine pit in China, as one of the tourist attractions, alongside with what's been called China's Little Yosemite, as a selling point to build around these selling points, so that this little town or people in this town can continue to enjoy their lives, can find a job, can be allocated to other industries other than pitmen or supporting workers. And since 2014, you can see this mine is no longer operating. People are not actually getting rare metals out of here anymore. They are working in service industry, welcoming friends from all around the country to enjoy what they have been enjoying for generations. And also, since this place has a long history of cooperating with Russian scientists as well as Russian workers here to excuse me. Oops. Really in a hurry, showing you everything and sharing everything. I'm coughing. Okay, let's take a break and say hi to you before we continue to walk. This time, let me say hi to our friends on China Plus America. Hopefully I can do that with good internet connection. Okay, let me finish my story. Since people here had been working with Russian, let's say, equivalents, scientists and workers, there are many Russian-style architectures on the town as well. So because we are, only 3 people walking here, we cannot fly you to the special towns. But if you're interested, you can come to Xinjiang, to Fuyun County, and find Cocteau Cave. Cocteau Cave, that'll be Koktokay. Find this place, you can see the amazing mine pit for yourself with your own eyes, and at the same time, you can also go visit the beautiful gardens, or that's not a garden, excuse me, national park in this town as well. If you are wondering what the national town is like, you can actually go to China Plus America, your I Learn Chinese Facebook page, China Plus News, as well as China Plus South Africa to find some posts that we posted yesterday or probably earlier today. Those are some amazing wallpapers you can use for your own phone because it was quite amazing, and it can give you a preview of the China's little Yosemite. Okay, so let me say hi to some friends from China Plus America. We have Shannon saying, what a great type of sculpture surrounding you. Yes, I feel like it's nature sculpture, even though it's artificial, but it feels a little bit like a maze. 有点像一个迷宫. You're walking on we are walking on the line. You can see, they can be distinctive because you can see grass growing on them. The little yellow, soft yellow lines are actually what we are walking on, and we can go all the way down to the bottom of the pit, down to where that green lake is shining. So yes, it feels like amazing sculptures. Hello Jessie, happy to have you. William saying hello everyone, hello to you too. And we have Stan Brio saying a little bit, you are late to Jessie. See, you guys are forming a nice community. I love that about you. We have Sohaib saying, show the cameraman also. The camera girl, is the camera girl willing to show her face?
No.
She's saying no. She is the kind of lady who want to keep certain kind of mistress, certain kind of mysterious feeling a secret. So yeah, you guys have to work harder, you know. If we got 1,000 viewers simultaneously, all of you are showering us with nice words, probably Wuna would show her face. We don't know. I cannot promise, but I will try to persuade her. So yeah, try harder, guys. And at the same time, Stan Brio is saying, where did they deposit the excavated material? Okay, it's not a secret. You can get it online as well. They were depositing it to, or they were delivering it to different scientific facilities so they can concentrate it to this element, the beryllium. I'd like to remember it as the brilliant beryllium. Otherwise, I won't remember how to pronounce it. So you can try that too. The beryllium can be used in aerospace, like I was saying, and as well as some other kind of industry that requires the material to have a high melting point. So if you use it in very high temperature, they won't melt, they won't collapse, so that you don't have a utensil anymore, you don't have a instrument anymore. Otherwise, you want it to have really high melting points. At the same time, it also is very, very light. So if you want to send something into space, you want it to be really light. And yes, it is raining. 下雨了呢. It is raining. It is raining. It's not what we anticipated, but yeah, still it's quite nice. And personally, I feel like it's a little bit better than strong sunlight. Anyway, yes, to answer your question. And okay, let's see who is also with us. Jessie saying I'm here too. You're at Dear I Learn Chinese as well, right? It's very nice. Thank you so much for all that. And this is raining. We're still walking and taking you to the inner side of the pit. So let's focus on walking a little bit and enjoy the view for maybe 1 minute. Are you talking about the villagers who were working as a pitman and no longer have a pit to mine anymore? If so, actually they are enjoying their lives quite well because, like I was saying, the transformation was done in 2014, changing or shifting the place from a industrial concentrated town to a place where they're offering you beautiful sightseeing, offering you a National Geographic park, and also some scenic spot with characteristics. We call it 特色小镇, so they're working there. They are quite well. If you're asking about the villagers who got the beautiful gems to decorate their home, I really don't know, because it was 1930s. I believe probably they got robbed a little bit because of the treasure they have at home. Okay. Saeed also asking who found the mine. Yes, it was the villagers who found the mine. Also, Jonathan saying, when you're talking about rare metal, are you talking about then? Well, I was talking about beryllium, and I have to admit I do not really know what is this metal you were talking about. But yes, beryllium, and also beryl or emerald are the kind of gem you can find in our daily life. But that element itself is used in aerospace, in nuclear technology, things like that. We have Kishman saying, when did you give a class for learning Chinese? Well, actually you can continue to follow CRI Learn Chinese Facebook page, and you can follow my personal Facebook account. You can see all three of us, Una, Huangyue, and I myself, in the introduction and a caption of the live stream, so you can follow us. We are going to reveal some behind the scenes material. There, I will teach you how to say certain things on my page, and also showing you other places that are, due to limited time concern, we didn't have time to show you. So yes, get more information from our personal page, as well as China Plus America, CRI Learn Chinese, China Plus South Africa, as well as China Plus News. Since we are covering the housekeeping points, if you like the live stream, please like and share and comment as much as possible. It'll help us a lot, and it will help fellow friends on Facebook to know more about the world, about China, and of course in this month about Xinjiang. So please do that. And Jessie saying, oops, I'm on 3 streams, 2 showing Dongyo. Yes. Thank you for pointing that out. And we have Joe saying hi, hello to you too. We have Majid saying 你好, 你好, hi, very happy to have you here. And many of us, as you can see, these grasses are so high, they're taller than me, really taller than me. This is because this mine has not been used since at latest in 2014, hasn't been used for quite a while, so you don't really see pitmen anywhere, you don't see heavy machinery being operating and getting the precious element out. What you see is grass all over. That's actually a little bit moving, because if you think about it, this is not really a very how do I call it, a very pleasant area for plants, but nevertheless, they managed to grow, they managed to cover all the paths that we used to build for pitmen to get the material, get the rocks out of the pit. They managed to grow no matter what. I feel like a plant, a certain kind of plant in a place, carries a little bit of the characters of the people as well. I feel like Xinjiang people are like that. This is an amazing place, it's very beautiful, but at the same time it has the largest desert in China. It bears 4 seasons on one road. You can actually see 4 seasons, experience 4 seasons on one road. And I believe in ancient times it was not as pleasant as today. You don't have a car to keep you travel fast, you don't have the technology to keep you warm or cool enough in your house. Yet people in Xinjiang managed to survive, managed to enjoy their lives, managed to have conserved all the beautiful history and culture. So yeah, I feel like all the grasses and all the plants here are also very resilient. So good for you guys. Continue the good work. Keep up. And I'm gonna go and continue to walk. Okay. We have Mike saying nice work. I'd love to visit your country sometimes. Thank you so much for saying that. That makes it worth the entire journey. Una, no, take care. Go show the road. Don't show me anymore because the road is really hilly and dangerous. Safety first. We say 安全第一，安全第一哦，安全 safety 第一 first. Safety first. Make sure we go through this area safe and sound. That's more important. They can see my face a little bit later. I know you guys can't wait, but make sure Una is safe is more important. Okay. Yes, we welcome you. Thank you guys for coming. And and we have Christian saying only see comments here. We have priority over China Plus. Just kidding. Okay. Yes, you can actually find us on China Plus America, China Plus News, CRI Learn Chinese, and China Plus South Africa. This whole time, we promise to deliver all kinds of amazing materials, including live streaming, stories in forms of videos, as well as pictures. And we'll try to do live streams every day, but we cannot promise. Well, I'll promise at least once a day, but we'll try to show our faces at the same time. You guys should see the grass. It's really quite prosperous. Grass, 好, 好. If you wish to learn a little bit Chinese, try learning that 草. 而且感觉是枯草. I feel like they're not, because it's autumn already. 因为是秋天啊, autumn, 秋天. How's the weather in your place? Because it's raining here, it's a little bit cold. No, correction, it's really cold. Okay, how are you doing today? We're doing very well. We are in Xinjiang. Xinjiang is a really large place. At the very beginning, we've asked you one question already. Now let me give you the second quiz. The second quiz. 第二个问题啊, second quiz. We know there are 56 ethnic groups here in China. How many can you find in Xinjiang? Take a guess. How many ethnic groups can you find here in Xinjiang? How many people are inhabited here, are living here, are enjoying their culture and sharing with other ethnic groups? Guess. Take a guess, let me know. We know there are 56 here in China. How many are in Xinjiang? Try think of that, and you can either know the answer or guess the answer and put it in the comment area. I will shout out to you once you do, and let's see if you can get the correct answer. We have Christian saying that's why this place has was home of brave warriors of different cultures and tribes. This weather is hard and people is tough. That's totally right. I do think people here are really tough. Once we got here, we met many people from different ethnic groups already. They speak different languages, but they all show the kind of resilience on their face. They talk to you in a way that you've been old friends for a really long time. Not that you're from a faraway places and is, alienated in any shape or form. Sometimes you might consider some of their tones to be a little bit not so polite, but that's not true. After a while, you realize, oh my God, that's how they talk, and they treat you like old friends or even family sometimes. So yes, this is a brilliant place with some brilliant people. We have probably Gao back home as well as Jiang Xiao back home giving all these comments from our page saying 茂盛, 草木茂盛. I totally agree. It's really prosperous. And Jeff saying, I'm excited for the time I'll be able to do some extended time in China. That is pretty cool. Thank you for sharing that with me. Makes me happy for you as well. Jeff is giving 700 and something. I hope it's not your answer because there are only 56 ethnic groups in China. There can't possibly be 700 ethnic groups here in Xinjiang. No. Try another guess. How many ethnic groups can you find in Xinjiang? We have Jeanette saying 52, Jeff saying Xinjiang pages and see if our friends on China Plus America are providing us with some answers about how many ethnic groups are there in Xinjiang. Stan saying 5 groups. Aw, that is a sad guess. And okay, what are some? Ooh, we have Michael saying over where I am is starting to become autumn. 要秋天了，是不是? I think we are in the same situation. It is becoming autumn here as well, but the autumn in the northern part of Xinjiang is significantly colder than Beijing and apparently than the southern part of Xinjiang as well. If you take a map out, you can see the rooster-shaped China, well, rooster shape. The tip of the tail is where we are. It really is the tip of the tail. So yes, it's quite cold. Kenny M saying, with so many ethnic culture, that means that you can eat beef 25 different ways. I love your comment. Yes, we can eat beef and lamb, all kinds of ways. And the things about Xinjiang is that since their raw material is so good, raw material 原材料 is so good, the ingredient is so good, you don't need to overcook it, you don't need to season it so much. The original tasting of it can be quite impressive already. So yep, that's the case. Hello Victor, hello to Valeria, very happy to have all of you here. I guess you've got your guess already of how many ethnic groups are here in Xinjiang. Actually, you can find all of the 56 ethnic groups in Xinjiang, and that is why there are dozens of autonomous prefectures, autonomous counties here in Xinjiang as well. Even though we say Xinjiang is the official name of it is the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Actually, this region also contains many regions, many prefectures, counties that is autonomous places or areas for other ethnic groups. So yeah, they can live their lives the way they want. They can have their own policies, and actually if you're here, even though you're Han ethnic group, 即使你是汉族啊，汉族 which is where I am and which is also the not minority ethnic groups but the majority ethnic group, still if you are learning, for example, you speak Mandarin, 你说汉语 you speak Mandarin, but you are taking, for example, national tests in other languages, you are also getting a preferential policy because you're learning multiple things, you are using not your mother tongue to take the test. So that's how it works here in general. And yes, 56 ethnic groups in total. And Una, take care, go show our friends the place, and we can continue to go. Take care. Safety first. Okay, my time. You can see, like this, huge rocks. I think they're still shining with a bit of sparkles and blinks, and they're quite green. It's bluish green here. The reason we're taking you down here is because actually tourists and travelers are not allowed in the pit for the sake of safety. You cannot possibly imagine large groups of people walking on rope like this without protection. It's not safe. But you guys are lucky because you're with us, you're with China Plus America. There I learned Chinese, China Plus News, and China Plus South Africa, so that I would take you to this exclusive trip to see the pit down here. As you can see, that white belt on the wall, on the mountain wall, we were there, and now we've walked all the way down here. So yes, something quite special. So if you can go with us the entire journey. We might be able to, at the end, show you the so-called lake down there, but it's not actually a lake. According to local staff, it was a pit with underground water. Once you dig a hole, well, it is actually a huge hole on the ground. But once you dig the pit, the mine pit, the underground water would slowly emerge, slowly comes out, and it is quite green because there are a lot of metal element, rare element in the water. It is very green, bluish green under there. We can take a look a little bit later once we finish this route. Ooh. I got a little bit. Every time I say this, 上气不接下气，上气不接下气。So 上气不接下气. Oh, see, actually means when you're breathing, the second breath cannot catch with the first breath, so that you're not breathing well. That's 上气不接下气. I share this a lot because I'm not very athletic. Even though I have to reveal a little secret of myself. In college, I majored in geology, so this is kind of like my thing. I sent some of the pictures to my university teachers. They were quite jealous because for geologists, this place is kind of like, I don't know, how do you compare it? Okay, so if you love art, if you love painting, it's like the Louvre for you as well. Well, as comparison to this place to geologists, my teachers were able, well, they are still able to point at a certain place and tell me which geological times it was from, it was formed, and they would point to each and every rock and tell me what elements are there. I'm no longer able to do that. I lost that part of talent of me long time ago, but I'm still quite happy to be here. It felt a little bit nostalgia in my heart, and being able to show you guys with it is also quite nice. I see a lot of you leaving nice and lovely messages to us. Thank you so much. And if you like it, please like and share and comment as much as possible. I can actually know who has shared the live stream from my end. I'll give you a large shout out once you shared it. And at the same time, you can see in the caption, Una, Huang Yue, and I myself are in the caption, so you can follow our personal page. We are actually sharing different sides of Xinjiang every day in our own posts. So if you want to see some behind the scenes, make sure you follow our personal page. Christian saying, it is like the Amazons for the biologists. Yes, thank you. That is amazing. You rock. You really do know how to compare things. I actually wanted to say it's like, I don't know, the most delicious food to a foodie, but I feel like it's not a very elegant comparison, so I didn't say it out loud. Yours is perfect. A biologist to Amazon. Totally right. And we have Jonathan saying, 老师好, I've missed so much your Chinese classes. Niu Niu, I am glad to see you again. Greetings from Pearl. Oh, I'd love to visit your country as well. Love to. Jesse saying, the area is, wow, amazing. Niu Niu, thank you for that. And let's see what are some other comments that I wanted to. Your English accent is sweet. That is a fun comment I haven't seen before. Beautiful country, beautiful location. Thank you very much. 这是什么地方？这是新疆可可托海 Cocktail Cay in Xinjiang. And I've already told you about this mine pit. Actually, like I was saying, in order to attract more tourists, this place has also, or the local government has also transformed this place and built it up to a themed town. You can enjoy some Russian-style architectures there. And there is the Cocktail Cay Scientific Spot, or Cocktail Cay National Geopark, that consists not only of a an amazing lake, a river that is called, that is called the Irtysh River. The Irtysh River. The Irtysh River is the only river here in Xinjiang that flows all the way to the Arctic Ocean, and it is also the largest river here in Xinjiang. So a lot of things very much worth going and visiting. So yes, that's that. We've covered quite a lot. Let me share with you a tiny little note, or let's call it the final question we're going to ask here in today's live stream. It's a simple one. It's a yes or no question. Xinjiang has China's coldest and hottest place. Xinjiang has China's coldest and hottest place. Yes or no? True or false? What am I talking about? True or false? Let me know your answer in the comment area. Let's have a final shout out, and probably this is a good place to conclude today's live stream already. If you have any questions, you should leave it in the comment area. As long as I see them, I will try to answer them. I'm not an expert in Xinjiang. This is only our first live stream, but I believe along the way, both you and I will learn a lot about this wonderful land. And at the same time, make sure you try to answer the question whether or not is Xinjiang the home to China's coldest and hottest place. Coldest and hottest place. Okay, let's have a final round of shout out to our friends on Facebook. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I am saying hi to Ali Mir, saying so sweet. Thank you. Cody saying definitely true. Oh, you're so sure about it. Let's see if you are right. And at the same time, we have Christian saying Xinjiang is also an amazing place for paleontologists. So many different ancient fossils was find there. Oh my God, when I was in college, I used to dig out fossils myself. I used a tiny little hook shaped thing, an axe, and also a luopan, an ancient Chinese tool that is able to tell you direction. And I dug out a tiny little fossil with, I think, an ancient leaf there. It was quite a fun experience, but you're definitely right. I should tell my teachers and see if I can find some fossils for you guys. Christian is being very, you're totally giving all the answers as well as the details. You're saying true, coldest Himalaya, hottest Gobi. Interesting. And because you're left side and right, I do not know what that means. And also some other answers saying that it is true that it's China's coldest and hottest place. Okay, thank you, my friends from Learn Chinese. Let me now take a look at our friends on China Plus America. What are some comments there? And whether or not, do you think Xinjiang is home to China's coldest and hottest place? Let's see your situation. James saying, I don't own any gold. I don't own any gold. I do own a piece of silver necklace, quite like that. James saying me too. And Emma saying thank you for tour. I've been learning so much about mines lately. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, what are some other comments here? Coldest, true. Stan Brill is saying you're not really sure about hottest, right? Jenny saying, James, we do have gold mine here. It was same time when people were doing it during the time over in US. There a whole town built around the gold mine. Yes, I think this whole town was built around the rare mine, even though it was confidential, like we talked about in the beginning of the live stream, but now it is open to tourists all around the world. So hopefully one day you guys can come and enjoy the beautiful and most importantly interesting place this town is. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the answer. The de facto coldest place in China actually locates in Heilongjiang, in Heilongjiang. It's not in Xinjiang, but there is a little twist there. Fuyun, where we stand right now, has record, has they keep a record in order to, okay, let me start from the beginning. In order to identify a place as the coldest place in probably a country, or at least in China, you have to have a record cold temperature for a certain amount of time. And in Fuyun County, where Cocteau Cay is located, it did has the record, but there was some error, some compromising about the record they had. That is why in Heilongjiang province, they jumped high. They got to be the first to report. So technically speaking, on the record, it's not the coldest place. Fuyun is not the coldest place, but the de facto coldest place, I feel like, is both areas. So you guys can say true or false all you want. I think you can be both right. At the same time, the hottest place is definitely here. I'm pretty sure we are going to visit the hottest place here in Xinjiang, also the hottest place in China, later in our live streams, so make sure you stay tuned. The final spot I'm showing you is this: prohibition of entry. 禁止进入 in Chinese, it means no entry, do not enter, do not come inside. But in it, this is the not open pit mine anymore. You can go in there. The temperature can be bad. It's a very long artificial alley. You're gonna go in there, get the minerals you want, and deliver them out. But it was history. It is history already. Now it's been covered for quite a long time. I think the ecological environment is also being rebuilt and being protected. This is the ending point. This is the ending point for this mine to actually be functioning as a mine. It's also the ending point of an era where people have to work in really hardship, has to sacrifice a lot of their personal lives in order to serve their countries. Now, in this day and age, we get to do what we love, like I myself, sharing all the things that I actually love to you guys as a very lovely way to serve my countries, I'd like to think as well. So yes, a very happy ending to the mine, and possibly a happy ending to our live streams today. Thank you guys so much for watching. No matter if you're on Here I Learn Chinese and China Plus America, China Plus South Africa, or China Plus News, I'm sure that if you're watching till now, you have enjoyed the live stream. Thank you so much for accompanying all three of us, Huang Yue, Una, and I myself, Niu Niu, with this amazing journey. It is the stopping point for this live stream, but it's only the starting point for this wonderful 1 month. Make sure you stay tuned with us, and thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye. We'll see you next time. Bye.